Okay, now that you know a little bit more about mindfulness and meditation, let's talk more about the science behind meditation and what it can help with. Mindfulness meditation affects areas of the brain involved with attention, body awareness, emotional regulation, and cognitive flexibility, or the ability to change our perspective. It is thought that through mindfulness meditation, some of our habitual thinking patterns or stories that we tell ourselves can be appreciated, interrupted, and reframed. This starts with attention and awareness to the thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations that are occurring in our body. Through mindfulness training, we learn to recognize how we are feeling and thus better understand the sensations in our body, which allows us to respond rather than react to the events in our lives. Research shows us that this practice of sustained attention with mindfulness improves our ability to focus, remain alert, and shift our attention based on our priorities. Mindfulness meditation is also known to lower our reactivity to stressors by downregulating activity in an area of our brain called the amygdala. The amygdala is a group of brain cells involved in processing emotions, especially negative ones, that can often be overreactive in people with anxiety. This part of the brain is regulated by another part of the brain called the prefrontal cortex. This part of our brain is responsible for rational thought or executive function. Mindfulness can help train the prefrontal cortex to better regulate our amygdala and therefore decrease the intensity of our stress reactions, again, helping us to respond rather than react. Scientific literature also suggests that mindfulness meditation can affect the autonomic nervous system, which controls functions such as heart rate and blood pressure. This system has two branches: the sympathetic nervous system, which when stimulated produces our fight, flight, or freeze reactions, and the parasympathetic nervous system, which controls our rest and digest functions. Mind-body practices have been found to decrease the activity of our sympathetic nervous system and therefore increase the tone of our parasympathetic nervous system, which lowers our heart rate, blood pressure, feelings of stress or anxiety, and risk for cardiovascular disease. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is all great, but how do I start and develop my own mindfulness and meditation routine? Getting started is key. To get started, I recommend you start simple, short, by doing some simple breathing exercises that last no longer than 1 to 5 minutes. Focus on the physical sensation of breathing, noticing where the air is entering your body and how it feels there, and then noticing where the air leaves the body and how it feels there. Notice the physical sensations associated with each breath in and each breath out. Notice the expansion of your lungs, chest, and belly breathing in, and the reverse, breathing out. Do this several times throughout the day to start building a habit. Now, it's easy to forget to do that, so a common strategy for building a habit is to anchor it to another part of your daily routine. This could mean that after you brush your teeth each day, you set aside 2 to 5 minutes for a meditation practice or a simple breathing exercise. For parents with children at home, it can be helpful to meditate for a few minutes in the driveway before entering your home to clear away the stress of the day before re-engaging with your children. Others have found that a meditation before leaving bed in the morning can help to start the day on a calm foot, or that a pre-bed meditation session can help them de-stress before heading to sleep. It can be hard to add a new element to your routine, so try integrating a mindful minute or two to something you're already doing. I hope this has been helpful. Until next time, take care.